So now that I have your attention, the purpose of this video is to market to you the glamorous lifestyle of a student. So for a little bit more context, I go to UCLA and I'm majoring in mathematics. So yes, I spend a lot of my time doing homework and studying. And
so does everyone, Terri, deal with it?
Anyway, as a math major, I'm required to take 2 math classes every quarter, and the 2 that I chose are algebra and differential geometry. These 2 are required for my major, so I have to take them, and to be honest, they're pretty fucking hard. The third and last class that I'm taking is to satisfy an upper division class requirement, so I chose a Scandinavian class called Nordic Folk and Fairy Tale. This is a pretty fun class, and I always recommend trying to squeeze in one of those just because it's important to stay sane. I never recommend more than 3 major classes because otherwise things start to get overwhelming, and the next thing you know, you're wondering whether you chose the right major, but switching out is not an option because that'll take another 2 years and several tens of thousands of dollars. Definitely not speaking from experience. And here is a sketch of my week. I started this week on a Thursday because my spring break technically will start next Thursday. I have finals on Friday, the coming Monday, and Wednesday, and a bunch of studying, working, and socializing sprinkled in between.
so let's get into the video.
Look up from your telescope, take me on this journey home. I don't wanna wait no.
Okay, now don't be fooled. I don't always exercise every day during finals week because somehow I managed to come up with some bullshit excuse that I don't have enough time to take care of myself. But I noticed that I perform better on my exams whenever I do sweat. Not to be gross or anything, but I really like to sweat because it makes me feel productive, and this is especially important this week. Sometimes I experience this thing I like to call pre-workout anxiety, where all I can think about is how working out will distract me from studying. But when I look back and reassess the time I spent using my phone or procrastinating, I know for a fact that I could have snuck in a workout and felt so much better.
Cause
Okay, so admittedly, the student life is not that glam. This is one of many time lapses of me working you'll see throughout this video. And the way that I study is I go over definitions and theorems over and over and over again until I memorize them by heart. I actually can't stress the importance of definitions enough, but definitions form the basis of communication. They are necessary to transmit ideas, and so if you find that studying is difficult, learn those definitions given in your class. It wouldn't make sense to start working if you didn't understand basic terms. For example, in geometry, if I didn't know what a square is by definition, there's no way I can confidently manipulate and work with a square, because I don't know what it means. It honestly took me years before I learned the importance of definitions because they form the foundation for learning deeply. So the takeaway is, learn your definitions. As for the rest of my Thursday night, I spent it tutoring and studying.
So what's going on right now is I'm last minute studying for my Scandinavian final. There's not too much to go over. I've been studying and keeping up with it pretty well, I think. Before I go into my final, however, I will be going to pick up a cake for my little sister. It's her birthday. So yeah, you guys will see it's a really pretty cake. Like, they put roses. This place puts roses on cakes and it looks really nice, and yeah, you will see it. Trust. Okay, so I'm at my parents' house. After my final, I quickly went to the grocery store and I picked up some stuff for my sister's birthday, but now I'm here.
Ew, he's like, give me some! You're so fat, I just washed my face. How did you take out his little junk?
that's all I want. Cause all
It's a mic.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
There's a mic.
So right now we're going to be eating. I'm doing the voiceover. We have the sign.
So, I don't know if you can tell, but I was born with black hair. No. I wasn't born with blue hair, actually. Why would you be born with blue hair? So this was a picture with me with black hair for evidence.
Saturdays, I have a little bit more time and I get to host tutoring sessions in the morning or in the afternoon as I'm doing so here. I often get asked how I manage my time between being a full-time student, working, and socializing. As the tutor, I've noticed that time management comes down to prioritizing and focusing. I manage to study almost every day for about 4 to 5 hours, and I'm able to do so because I don't allow any distractions. I usually set a timer for about 25 minutes, and that means for 25 minutes I am focused on studying and studying only. When the 25 minutes are up, I go for a 5 to 10 minute walk, stretch, or an internet break, and I come back to keep working. I find that this is effective and frees up time for me to do other things like maintain my hobbies, keep up with my friends, or manage my sex life. I actually headed to a friend's for a barbecue Saturday and managed to record a pathetic and blurry clip of some amazing dance moves exhibited by my friend. Oh, Sunday. Sunday was such a mess. A headachy, hungover-y mess.
Studying gets serious whenever you tie your hair up.
As you can see toward the end of the video, I'm getting less and less motivated to film and to interact with the camera. Don't worry, Sunday was pretty boring anyway. All I did was drink water and torture myself by studying.
So after spending most of yesterday hungover, or the beginning part of it at least, around like 6 p.m. I took a bath. I took a salt bath, and those always help. And then I came out feeling great. I don't know why I didn't take a bath earlier. It was so dumb. It was a dumb move on my part. But anyway, yeah, I have my exam. It's going to be published in about a few minutes. Most of my problems are written so that you can't really cheat. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on for the next however long it takes for me to finish.
So yeah, I know I said that I had my final in a few minutes. I actually got the times mixed up and had an extra hour, so I decided to put on some makeup and make myself feel pretty to take my exam. Now, I'm not exactly allowed to film me taking my exam because I'm almost positive I'll be reported for revealing the exam material. So instead, here I have some clips of me studying for a previous class. My math exams are 24 hours long and are specifically designed to torture for a long period of time. But on a more serious note, my differential geometry final took me a good 9 to 10 hours to complete. My brain was total mush afterwards.
Submitted. Oh my god.
Oh, yet again, another time lapse of me working. Tuesday was another plain studying and tutoring type of day. My most difficult final would be algebra, which is tomorrow. The exam ended up taking me 13 hours to complete, and honestly, I didn't film on that day because 1, I can't share the exam, and because 2, I was so brain dead. I guess in a dumb attempt to make up for lost content, I put together this montage of poorly made ASMR cooking clips of the food I ate that day.
there we have it. Finally submitted. So I'm so happy that it's finally over. Like, these exams, they take a toll on you because, you know, you have 24 hours, and then within those 24 hours, you want to do as much as possible within your power to, you know, score as many points as you can. But at the same time, some of it...
Who cares, Terry? Go do dumb things young people do on spring break.